Stars are born in the most violent of ways, collapsing from immense pressure and heat. But how do they die? That's what we'll find out today. When a star dies, it depends on its mass. For a low-mass star like our Sun, it will end its life relatively quietly. After the star exhausts most of its hydrogen fuel, it will start to collapse. As the star collapses, it will start to run out of fuel and it will become a red giant. As it continues to collapse, the core will become so dense that it can no longer support itself against gravity, and the star will explode as a supernova. After the star explodes, all that will be left is a small dense remnant called a white dwarf. The material from the exploded star forms a beautiful expanding cloud of gas and dust. This is what's known as a planetary nebula. Over millions of years, this material will be recycled and used to form new stars and planets. So even though the star may die, its material will live on. High-mass stars, on the other hand, will die in a much more dramatic way. After exhausting their fuel, these stars will also collapse. But because they have more mass, their collapse will be much more violent. The core of the star will collapse so rapidly that a shock wave will blast through the star. This will cause the star to explode as a supernova. The explosion will be so powerful that it will completely blast apart the star. Nothing will be left behind. If the star was massive enough, the explosion would be visible from Earth as a new star. This is what's known as a supernova, so you might be wondering what happens to the material from the exploded star. Unlike low-mass stars, the material from a supernova doesn't just form a pretty cloud of gas and dust. It forms something much more exotic, a colorful shell of glowing gas and dust. These are known as Cassiopeia. Over time, the material will expand and fade away into space. Eventually, the material will be recycled and used to form new stars and planets. So even though the star may die, its material will live on. In some cases, the core of the star will remain after the explosion. This is known as a neutron star. Neutron stars are incredibly dense. They're also very small. If the core is not massive enough, it will simply cool off and fade away into space. However, if the core is massive enough, it will continue to collapse until it reaches a radius of about 3 kilometers. At this point, the core will become a black hole. Black holes are regions in space where gravity is so strong that not even light can escape. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember that stars are born in the most violent of ways, but they die in an equally dramatic fashion. Some quietly fading away into the vastness of space, while others explode in brilliant supernovae.